Latrell James.
Yo, facts though.
What is the one thing that if I do it, it'll make everything else easier or unnecessary?
I'm not one of those people that won't listen to your music.
He used to kind of get on my nerves with all the social media, but then I started paying attention to what he was saying.
I'll jump in the studio with you.
How do I get there? And then how do I get to those things?
I couldn't break into like the show circuit in Massachusetts.
Make your art some amount of communications, promotion.
Give you the beats. I'm not worried about a profit. A lot of them are the reason why I'm who I am too. I was just always here to help people. They're different at the end of the day. The booking agencies behind those things are different.
How important do you really think performing is?
You can get a good look in front of those people.
What is the one thing I want to do in life?
And I'm always wondering why, and I think you just put it into perspective.
There's a lot of artists here that deserve to do those places, but they can't even get the space because of
Connect with your fans, right? Because it's like
I see a lot of people put a lot of time into like garbage shows.
there's a lot of artists stuck in that same cycle. But
like,
you're
what if
right
there's no
though.
fans there.
it's almost more important than the music at the end of the day.
To the venue like I'm D-La Brown, the bouncer gave the people's brow, peep the styles going down. Table chairs and ladders matching, Dudley in his habitat. The grannies getting crack a lacking, you ain't gotta ask what's happening. Shades on, leather on, hitman is so calm. This fake shit gone real, it's bro gone. Things I'm trying to prolong, good health and so on. And if you didn't know, I strike a pose with my road dog. So far, I've been Mr. Perfect with the flow, y'all. You wrestle with your pride, you on the edge to spare a phone call. I throw you out there, ring you like it's Royal Rumble. A cage match in the middle of the summer. I'm to the ring in the Hummer. The #1 stunner, a cold motherfucker. Boss man, black boot, the pole motherfucker. I'm the #1 stunner, cold motherfucker. 5-star splash from the ropes, motherfucker.
Yeah, that shit's tough, bro.
Appreciate it.
When you gonna drop that? Besides right now.
I have no clue.
Yeah.
I've had that for like 2 years now.
All right, well, if you guys like that, just play the episode back.
Exactly.
That
and
sounds like a
subscribe
Latrell James drop.
Make me run it up. I'll run it back.
Where, so you ready for Boston Calling, dude?
Yeah, it should be good.
Yeah?
We doing new music there too. So
Okay.
Which day you performing?
first day, Friday.
Friday? I bet you might
7:30. So
23rd?
like right at the 23rd.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
7:30. Right after that, you can go watch T-Pain.
Hey, you might catch me in the artist lounge too, dog. Let's get it.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice to do the first night because then you can just chill for the rest of the weekend and enjoy yourself, right?
I'm doing a lot of shows too for Boston Calling too. So
Yeah.
That's dope. Have you performed at Boston Calling before?
nah, this is my first time,
Oh
which is
shit. Okay, that's
pretty
fire.
cool, right?
That's good to get that recognition, bro, because you've been in the game for a minute, bro. 'Cause-
You know,
Yeah.
sometimes you just gotta wait your turn,
Yo, facts, man.
right? Whatever that politically means.
I know.
Um,
You gotta wait your
Sometimes
turn.
you gotta wait your turn, man. That's what it
Yeah.
is. Mm.
He said he was working on a Jordan commercial today, Jerry. I thought you would like that. You're a
Oh,
big
that's
Jordan
fire
guy.
because we
Yeah.
got, even though I'm wearing my New Balance today, I felt like being a white dad today.
Those aren't really white dad
These
These
nuances,
are like,
though.
if my white dad
Those
dates
are not
Latinas, like this is the. No.
Those don't qualify.
Those are my dad likes toxic Dominican Latinas. No, but I remember you did that Honey Nut Cheerios commercial. That's how people first started. He's like, yo, who's this dude? He did the Honey Nut Cheerios. I know you probably hate people bringing that up and shit, but
Nah, it's part of the story.
it
At
is
the end
part
of
of
the
the
day.
story.
It stopped me from working. So
I know facts. And then you had that Celtic shit too, right?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
didn't stop me from working. There's a big difference between General Mills and
Oh, facts though. That was a crazy look though, because you're from
Yeah.
Brockton, right?
Boston born,
Boston. born.
Dorchester baby.
Oh, okay, bad.
Mhm.
Fields Corner?
Yes, sir.
Okay, damn. I'm good.
Dakota Street and Charles Street, where I grew up. Yeah.
All right, bad.
Mhm.
No, but why did I think you from Brockton?
'Cause
Your
I be
studio,
out there
yeah,
with
your
it, 'cause
studio
I
is out there too, right?
Do a lot
There
of
we
work
go.
with the Brockton
Dover
youth out
Street?
there. Yes, sir.
There we go. Shout out to Dover
Shout
Street.
out to everybody on Brockton.
Mm.
So you do a lot of shit, Latrell,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
You're
sir.
Artist, producer. You just use some
Just trying to
engineering
be a
too.
dot connector. Whatever
Dot
that
connector.
is. I don't know what that is.
A lot of hats. We've for a few episodes now. I think we've been talking about like different aspects of wearing a lot of hats and shit.
Mhm.
You know, what are things you might cut out? Like, you know, is it worth time engineering? You know, like 80-20 rule type shit.
Mhm.
So I was thinking today we could kind of talk about just say you get it down to, you know, you're working on the things you want to be working on. Like, you still got to do a lot of time management.
Yep.
And I imagine that you deal with a lot of that.
Absolutely.
You know, so, you know, I think it really comes down to like figuring out, you know, what are those things that you like want to spend your time on? what are the time wasters that and not just like the obvious ones, but like the ones that you kind of feel like you should have to do, you know, maybe like social media or something like that. And then how to best prioritize and spend the right amount of time on shit. So do you have a certain way that you organize your day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I make beats like people make breakfast.
Right.
First thing in the morning, I make some beats.
Yeah.
And then I answer my emails. Because at the end of the day, if I do business before I do creativity, it's going to alter my brain chemistry.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be in the mood to create. So do the creative part first. And then around noontime, I'll answer all my emails. And then I'll go to create songs. Right. So we're off of producing for that moment. And now we're on to write into those beats that I created. And then I'll just repeat and recycle throughout the week. So I got a bunch of music and things that I like. And then we try to find homes for them. That's really the process.
That's a good process, dude. I like that because like the philosophy I tend to like is like what Alex Hormozi talks about. And there's a book called The One Thing, which it's all about. So it's sort of both. So Alex Hormozi talks about like as far as making like task lists and trying to like go through like I'm gonna do this, this, and this, just doing whatever is the most important thing next and letting the small fires burn. You know, not caring about the little shit. Not because a lot of people will feel like I got to get all these little things out of the way, so I can get to that big thing, and then they never get to the big thing, or they're tired when they get to it.
I'll start on the big thing.
You know who Alex Hormozi is?
No, but
he's that dude that he like made a business during COVID where he sold gym equipment and shit like that, but he still fucking blew it out the water, and he's like a fucking crazy multi-millionaire, and he does these videos where he dresses like in shorts and like fucking Birkenstocks and a
I know
t-shirt.
What you're talking about.
Yeah, and he's mad. Exactly. I know you. I figured you would because he
wears the nasal strip.
I know exactly what that is.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
He used to like going to the beach and shit, and he'd just be talking crazy like into the camera.
He used to kind of get on my nerves with all the social media, but then I started paying attention to what he was saying. I was like, oh yeah, this guy.
Oh no,
he's
some value.
Knows what he talks about.
Yeah.
And then in the book, The One Thing is all about the principle of asking yourself, like, what is the one thing that if I do it, it'll make everything else easier or unnecessary? Right. And it's sort of, and you can kind of do that at like the macro level of like, what is the one thing I want to do in life? And then that feeds like, okay, like how do I get there? And then how do I get to those things? And then how do I get to those things? All the way down to what do I need to do today to eventually like walk that whole path. So I like your approach. Right. So then I think, so if we think about like, what are all of those things that you got to do, right? It's make your art, perform your art. It's some amount of communications, it's promotion,
all of those things.
You know,
being part of the community, bro.
Engaging with fans. Engaging with fans.
Part of who made Latrell James.
Yo, facts though.
I'll be outside, and I'm not one of those people that won't listen to your music. I'll jump in the studio with you. If y'all like your music, I'll give you the beats. I'm not worried about a profit at the end of the day. I was just always here to help people. So
yeah, I think the last time I saw you, it was that late night at the MFA. Like you was just there watching. It was the Still Gold.
It was a Still Gold show.
Yeah. And then I was like, bro, Latrell James. And
you did.
Yeah. Like every time I see it, I'd be like, yo, yeah, Latrell James.
I've been there to support, show love to the homies at the end of the day. Because a lot of them are the reason why I'm who I am too. Like again, Still Gold. They helped me get we played at Brighton Music Hall. I couldn't break into like the show circuit in Massachusetts. At one point it was tough, right? Like you'll be stuck to doing like Church Boston that used to be in Fenway, right?
I remember Church.
Or you'll be relegated to doing like Midway Cafe in Hyde Park, right? So like Mo Pope was one of the first people to ever put me on one of those Brighton Music Hall stages because they're different. They're different at the end of the day. The booking agencies behind those things are different. They're real legitimate booking agencies. So like, you know, you can get a good look in front of those people. You can get booked for more shows in the future. So after Mo Pope booked me on his show, I've been getting booked at all those venues and, you know, they respect the craft at the end of the day and how many people I can bring. So I think
that's
without
true.
them, I'm nothing, truthfully.
It's true, bro, because I noticed too, there's a lot of artists stuck in that same cycle of doing the same venues a lot. And I'm always wondering why, and I think you just put it into perspective. I was like, oh, they probably didn't even get the chance to do the Brighton Music Hall, the Middle East downstairs and shit like that. I mean, niggas will do the upstairs all day, but the downstairs is different. You know what I'm saying?
There's politics to that too, though, right?
Facts.
Like, it depends on where you're from could literally stop you from getting a show at Middle East or Brighton Music Hall, right? Or who you're affiliated with. So there's a lot of artists here that deserve to do those places, but they can't even get the space because of who they're associated with. So
got you.
How important do you really think performing is? You know, I see a lot of people put a lot of time into like garbage shows.
I think performance is by far, it's almost more important than the music at the end of the day.
I think that's how you connect with your fans, right? Because it's like,
yeah,
but
like,
you're
what if
right
there's no
though.
fans there? You know
No,
what I
but
mean? Then you put
but
so much energy into
I
it.
think putting the reps in is important, but I also do agree with you. Partially, you got to balance it out, which like how many of those you do and how much energy you do. Because sometimes, bro, you can get stuck in a cycle where you're getting all this love at these small shows that you do all the time that you get addicted to that little feeling, that little dopamine rush. So you're satisfied with that and not elevating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it kind of keeps you complacent because at the end of the day, it becomes like a overinflated talent show to me, or like just to show off to the homies. Look at my new songs. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, that's the same 15 motherfuckers. That nigga don't even bring his girl no more. Like she said, I'm not going back to the jungle. Sorry, no disrespect to the jungle. Yo, but you know what I'm saying though, because
you do that to the jungle for.
Yo, my
like
bad. The jungle be kind of lit sometimes, but but you know what I'm saying by that. No disrespect to them, because they trying, but like it's like when you said the Midway cafes and that, it's like there's a certain tier.
Yeah.
Like I know Midway Cafe, you said that part, but it's basically right across from English High School, bro. And it's a cash only. They don't even take credit cards there, dog. Like, what the fuck?
But at the same time, those places are needed because people got to cut their chops. You just don't become a good performer, right? Repetition is everything. So that's with rapping, that's with making beats, that's with performing. So you only get good by getting repetition and somebody giving you the opportunity to get on those stages. So I have nothing negative to say about any venue because I got better every time I got on that stage, even if I wasn't getting paid.
I think with repetition too, that's one that people don't think about a lot is practice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's definitely some musicians that do, especially instrumentalists, you know, but you know, I feel like we all got to be practicing shit to some extent. Like, you know, Kenny G, the saxophone player, I heard him talking. He practiced, like his most important thing every day is he has to practice for 3 hours.
Makes sense to me.
And he's already the best.
That makes sense to
You
me.
know?
Wait, at the sax?
Yeah.
No, it's not. There's a guy called Gato from Puerto Rico that's way better than that. He just died, R.I.P.
Okay, I mean, I don't know if anybody's better than Kenny G. But.
Yeah, that's tough to argue, though. Kenny G kind of.
You should listen to this guy.
He's like, you know, Kenny G's the most famous sax player. He's the most famous sax player.
He's up there, though.
Maybe this is my American bias.
No, I think you're
Kenny's one of the ones.
The guy I'm talking about is Puerto Rican, so he kind of American.
Yeah, it's like an asterisk.
American. Yeah, he's a colonized fucking saxophonist. That's fucking funny.
Yeah, so like that's a lot of shit that you sort of have to be doing.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, you mentioned making music first, right? Which I agree with. I think that is the best way to go.
Priority.
You know, like before anything, even if, and the other thing you kind of have to include here for a lot of us, right, is like you got a job.
Yep. Well,
you know?
Music is my job.
Right.
Yeah.
You treat it like a job, it sounds like.
It's legitimately my job. I have a publishing deal with Sony. So for production and songwriting, it's my job.
That's awesome.
So part of like me I'm separate. There's Latrell James that writes for a label, produces for a label, and there's Latrell James that produces and writes for other people and himself.
Right. And I think that the first one for the label, you could almost say that's a job, right?
That is the job.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So like, I think when you're thinking about how you want to spend your time, you kind of have to like have two lives where like, you know, because you've got your time that you have to spend for your job, for you that happens to be writing songs, which is super dope. And then there's the other life where it's your shit. And then ultimately, I think all of us kind of want to get it so it's just your shit, but
exactly.
Is what it is, right?
I mean, I want to do both, man. I'm trying to, at the end of the day, I'm trying to replace Pharrell. He can't do it forever. Right? So that's really, that's been my goal since I was 13.
Yeah.
Like, I want to replace Pharrell or just even be mentioned in the same breath as him because like there's not a lot of producer, artists, creatives that are really trying to push it like that right now.
Is that your Mount Rushmore? Is he on there? Who else?
Yeah, Pharrell. Yeah, absolutely. He's one of the ones.
Give me like a 3, 4, or 5.
It depends on producer artists.
Yeah.
Q-Tip.
Okay.
Dilla.
Okay. I could see you with the Dilla with the beats that you do.
Who's an underrated?
This is the Mount Rushmore
of producer artists.
Yeah. Producer.
Some big omissions so far, but I'll let you finish.
Nah, because we're gonna throw Prince in there, right?
I didn't think of that, but
because he's the GOAT, right?
Yeah. So that's 4, right?
Yeah, with Pharrell, that's 4.
Pharrell, Prince, Dilla, Q-Tip.
Mount Rushmore's 4.
That's
it's
it.
4?
We stopped there.
So no Kanye, no Dre.
I'm cool with that.
Wow.
No, but that's his.
Q-Tip over Dre.
I'm cool with that.
Why?
I'm cool with that.
I mean, okay, as producer, Dre's had a much
Dre
bigger
wasn't
impact.
really rapping his stuff. Like
That's the
Ice
problem.
Cube was writing all his stuff. Like at one point,
Eminem wrote
and then
his stuff, too.
Eminem.
So is that why you kind of invalidate
Jay-Z
Dre?
wrote, still
Jay-Z
Dre.
wrote
Dre was not an amazing rapper.
No,
His,
he has
artistry.
a great
Yeah,
voice.
No, but yeah,
True.
he does, because on some songs, bro, you hear that shit, you're like, God damn, bro, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Spazzing.
He's captivating. His
Spazzing.
voice is like
That's true.
it captivates you when you hear it. So
He does have good
And it's
delivery.
crazy, like when you said that the different writers he's had, you could kind of tell which one too, because when he does the Eminem shit, he just be going off. I'm like, damn,
I've been in the lab with a pen and a pad trying to get the damn
yeah,
bread
come
off.
on, that was the fuck out of Eminem. Yo, but that was some bars though.
No, that song is amazing.
Yeah.
The whole thing all the way through.
Yeah, and the Kanye's tough to overlook too, but goddamn,
It's one of my favorites
Yeah.
for sure. Probably had more influence than me on all those other guys for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But right now he don't really
I feel
deserve like
like
a statue.
Impact wise, I've always kind of hated on him as an artist, but
For
it's
real?
yeah. I mean, I don't know. His the way he delivers shit kind of bugs me,
Oh, I
Mm.
love Kanye.
you know.
General.
But his songs are fucking awesome. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna deny that.
Yeah. I mean, this
You know.
and the influence I think he's had on the game is crazy too, as a producer artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He changed.
2
Like, things
decades of
shifted.
influence. That's 2 decades of influence, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty screwed. Yeah.
That also why I mean, not to make this about Drake somehow, but like I also respect Drake for that, because Drake been out here,
It's
dog.
about 2 decades of
Yeah.
influence himself.
Drake been
too.
out here, bro.
Definitely.
Yeah. You
Drake's on.
can't knock Drake.
Yeah.
What are we doing? It was
Yeah.
a battle, guys.
Yeah.
It was a battle. We're not supposed to hate him afterwards.
It was just
A little
so
bit.
so huge in public, you know, like
Yeah.
just he
I
got
think he's fine, bro. Like, I think we were right. I don't really want to go too deep into that, but like
Nah.
too many people we're not talking about it that much anymore. Like, it's not really the top. Like when Drake comes up,
It's true, but every time you see Drake, you're like, you all right, buddy?
he's all right.
Nobody asked Jay-Z if he's all right after the battle with Nas.
That was
Yeah.
different though. This was the Super Bowl and a Grammy-winning song.
Yo, it did win a Grammy.
It did.
Like one
low-key.
of
That's
the
kinda
biggest
crazy.
cultural music moments we've had
That's
in
actually
years.
insane,
You know,
That is true. Nas didn't win a Grammy for this shit.
He
Nah.
didn't. He didn't.
the HR lady didn't know about ethers.
That's a fact.
Speaking of Nas, he's actually performing out in Western Mass.
I seen
in
that with
June,
an
bro.
orchestra, right?
Yeah.
I,
And he's re-performing Illmatic, bro.
I seen that. I
Really?
definitely
So,
might
yeah.
pop out to that.
So
With an orchestra?
yes,
Mhm.
bro, I'm popping out to
With
that.
the Boston Pops I seen, right? Something
Yeah.
like that.
It's about to be mad lit, bro. And
Holy shit.
and it's like, you know what's so dope about that is like we're coming around really where people are noticing. It's like, oh, some rappers is like rock stars. You know how rock stars be fucking on tour for like the same 5 songs. Yeah, when Journey comes on, what do other people want to hear? You know what I'm saying? Like, or you know, certain bands like Fish comes on. There's certain songs people want to listen to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now people's like, yo, I want to re-listen to Illmatic that came out in '96.
That's one of the albums in my life that like I really listen to.
It's one of them.
You know, I
ones.
still have it
It's-
memorized and
It's
shit.
unreal how well he was
Yeah.
rapping during that time.
Yo, you know what's
Unreal.
crazy? Hot take. I actually like it was written better.
I don't.
I
The
do.
first few songs off his written are
I can
ridiculous, but
understand.
It's just my
Dude.
impact on my life, to be honest.
Memory Lane.
Oh, bro, I know. Trust me.
Represent.
yeah.
Trust me, I know.
It ain't
Represent
hard to tell.
I
I know
know.
it tells like
Sneaker
I know I
Uzi
s-
in on the Army jacket line.
I know I sound crazy, bro.
bro.
I know I sound crazy. Because anytime I say that, you'll be like, nah, but yo, I
New
just
York State
remember.
of Mind
I mean, there's
Bro,
like
I know.
multiple songs on Illmatic that you could argue are the best rap song ever.
of all time. Like I agree with
Can
that.
you say that about anything
No.
on the next one?
There's a few.
There's
I
a
will-
few that
I
are
will say
fucking
that. I will
fire,
defend
bro.
him that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could say like
Like the message was crazy.
you would make a case
The
for this
message
is the
was
best
crazy.
rap song of all time.
No, but that's so different because there's so many fucking ranges of rap that I wouldn't ever do that. I would never pick the one song. I'd pick maybe if you give me like a subgenre of it.
Illmatic's like the rap Bible for everybody.
No, but
though,
like
right?
it's
like
up there. No, but bro,
the
I
book.
sound crazy.
It's a hot take.
Listen, I'll even
You
say
warned
that
us.
I'll even say y'all right, but for me, it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because,
Gotcha.
like, I remember every day in 9th and 10th grade, I'd literally listen to It Was Written from top
I
to bottom,
respect
bro.
that.
Like,
I listen to I
headphones in.
Am more than most of those albums. I know that.
I Am is fine. I Am
There's some
underrated.
garbage songs up there.
I-
I, ain't gonna- I love Nas, but there's some boo boo up there.
Stillmatic, too. It has like half songs were fire, and then the other half you're like, oh, no,
Yeah,
buddy.
there's some boo boo up there.
Oh,
So-
bro. And Nostradamus, I listened to like 1 or 2 songs.
Oh man, that's my least favorite.
Yeah.
My least favorite for sure.
Yeah, that
Shout
had
out to
the,
Nas, though.
what was the single? Was it Nostradamus off that?
No, I don't
There was one
remember.
song I
I don't,
think
how
I
about this?
listened to
I don't
that.
remember, dog.
Yeah, I don't know.
And Godson, I listened to that a few times too. That one's not bad.
I like Godson. That
Yeah,
got
Godson was-
Get Down on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Godson was fire.
That's
And
on
it-
fire.
It's like I know I can't do.
I wasn't a big fan of that song, but
I like that song.
I
I
was
like
mad
the
at
video.
the-
The video was fire.
Impeach the President drum break with the simple Mozart sample.
I fucked with that.
Oh, he kind of roasted that song. Just
I mean, as a
right.
producer, it hurts my heart.
He is right.
It hurts my heart as a producer, but I understand why it worked.
It did
Why
work.
does it hurt your heart?
Because it's just
don't like that type of shit?
It's so lazy, in my opinion, as a producer. But it also is like, there's no such thing as being lazy. He put the right two things together as a producer. So just not my taste of like.
I know what you mean.
For a Nas record, I would just prefer,
And it's like the biggest one, right? What's as far as commercially speaking, what was the biggest Nas record?
Hate Me Now gotta be one
of
his biggest
Hate
ones.
Me Now was because did
Hate Me Now did a lot for him. That and If I Rule the World. I know those two did
Rule the World. Yeah, you're
really
right.
well for him.
That's a good
Honestly, you might be right with the I Rule the World shit because that shit was on the radio all the time.
Huge Nas fan. Huge Nas fan.
Yeah. God damn.
He just reached a little bit with that You Owe Me with Genuine. He know.
Yeah, he had to try some shit.
Yeah, he went for the Timberland beats. It wasn't.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
We need them Primo Jones.
Yeah, but it's funny because artists fight that, right? Where they're like, yo, they want to owe me, right? And all this other shit. But I'm like, a little bit, bro. That's what happened to French Montana. Every time I'd be like, yo, I want the mac with the cheese,
you ain't
bro.
getting mac and cheese Montana no more.
That's what I'm saying. But then
money.
Shout out to Wiz, just came out Cushion OJ too. I was like, this is fire.
Project's actually good too.
I've been listening to it a lot. No cap since it came out.
Same.
It's an amazing album.
I'm happy he did the part 2 to that too.
Yeah, bro. He got interludes in that bitch. He got Max B on it. Like, and Maxie kind of spazzed. Max
B's great. We need him back.
Yeah. Yo, free Max B. I mean, I'm tired of French, by the way, pump faking when he's gonna get out. Can we stop? Can we talk about that real quick? Yo, this nigga's been out for 10 years, according to French Montana. Yo, he's coming home. Like, why are you capping on that? He kidnapped somebody, dog.
Max B said on Blow Me a Dub he was going in for a 30, 40. So I wasn't expecting him home no time soon.
Damn.
Right, bro. But then they were talking like the next day, like he about to come back.
Nah, he ain't coming.
Maybe that's just marketing.
Yeah.
What kind of marketing is that?
You know, keeps the fans hopeful.
Whatever.
Waiting around like GTA 6.
I hope they putting this stuff on streaming platforms at least, right?
Right. Doing it right.
He has a cult following.
Yo, for real, because Max B fans are like fanatics, bro. Like, and then there's people who really don't like him and be like, yo, I'm going to say this, but I hate Max B. And then they'll fight for that if you say that to the wrong Max B fan, bro.
Or fan base here in Massachusetts too. Like this whole Rhode Island, the whole New England, Montana, and they went crazy over here at one point. I respect it.
Yo, no, French Montana, like that's all my brother listened to when he was out, bro. All the drug dealers listen to French Montana.
They were running the East Coast at the time.
The Coke Boys shit, that was going crazy, like out here, bro. They
made it to Brockton. It was a real thing. Like,
yes,
it was...
bro. We need Mac with the cheese again, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, R.I.P. Chinks Drugs, because Chinks was fucking nasty.
Facts. I agree with you.
So you feel like you're keeping it pretty organized at this point then with your shit? Like,
hell no.
No?
It's still chaotic.
Yeah.
No day is alike. I will say that, right?
Yeah.
I don't have management right now. I don't have a booking agent. So everything comes to my email.
Right.
And I respond to everything.
All right.
Damn, say that again. So maybe somebody
there's no manager, there's no booking agent, there's just me.
Yeah.
And it's cool because at the end of the day, like I'm independent. I'm making enough money for me. I don't make enough money for somebody else to make a cut out of it yet. So I'm cool with doing it this way until I get that moment to bring somebody else on and pay them.
Right.
I don't want nobody working for free for me.
So is that what you're doing when you're emailing shit? Like, do you make the music? Right.
Contracts.
And then, contracts. So you are like, do you guys think you should have like a time blocked out for each of those things? Like this is when I do emails, this is when I do my registrations, or it's just like this is business task time?
I say do all your contracts and stuff at night. I mean that because at the end of the day, it's just verbatim. Like it's read it and sign it most of the time, right? And if you don't agree with it, just respond to what you don't want to get changed, what you want to get changed. So you can do all the paper stuff at night, but like I try to make sure that when you're bright and early, just be creative. Because the longer the day wears on you, the less you're gonna be like have the energy to even open your computer or look at anything. Next thing you know, the Celtics game's on. Next thing you know, your friends tell you to come get a drink, and then it's 11, and you're like, "I'll do it tomorrow," and you keep putting it off.
Yeah, the distractions are the worst.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even like social media. You know, you have to do it. You have to get on there and post. But how many times you've gone to like make a post and then all of a sudden you're scrolling for 20 minutes because something pops open. And
I
even open this.
Or you look at the DMs and you start answering those.
Yeah.
I hate posting. Like I don't hate posting the action of posting. I love sharing stuff and I hate responding to messages and when people comment on something. At the end of the day, like your algorithm depends on your engagement too, right? So if somebody commented 79 times on you dropping an album,
Mm-hmm.
you as an independent artist would probably respond to all 79 of those comments at this
I
moment
think you
in
should.
some form or fashion, whether you like it or just say thank you.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've heard like that is useful for the algorithm, but then I've also, I think, heard that it might not matter.
I think it does.
It's nice for the fans though.
Well,
Especially core ones too,
Yeah,
right? Just
yeah,
a
yeah.
small engagement goes a long way.
Mhm. And then when you engage and comment, like everyone who's tagged in it, right, will be like, oh, a post you liked
It's
or
true.
whatever
It's an
you
alert.
got commented on, and then that might spread around. You feel me? So I think that's the whole point of it. I get what you're saying though, because it's like, how much are we really getting out of it? Who knows? But I mean, if it's your job and you're like your dream to do this shit, like why the fuck not?
Yeah, I think you got to think from a fan's perspective because I'm thinking from creator's perspective.
Mm.
So when I see somebody commenting to everybody, I am kind of like, I know what they're doing. Like, you know, if they're doing that, I'm like, it's not because they were so happy that these people all commented, you know.
Shout out to Tro Manny. He's very good at that.
Definitely.
Oh, absolutely. Shout out to Tro, man.
Yeah, Tro was
Definitely.
responding to everything under the bottom. I'm like, damn, Tro.
But at the same time, if you're thinking about it from, I mean, when somebody replies to my comment, I feel good.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, like, that's true for anybody.
Yeah,
So
and
it's all, I think it is good to do.
And it does look good when you look at a post and you be like, oh, this got X amount of likes, X amount of comments, and they sent it out X amount of times. So then maybe that's what they're looking at too. You know?
I hate that whole perception thing though.
Yeah,
Because at the end of the day, like,
well, did you see that today? Rush just posted. He's like, on Spotify, they should take away like monthly listeners and not make it visible and shit like that. So it's like, it's kind of like, because that is true. Like perception is reality sort of vibe.
Yeah.
So people will go on it, be like, man, I ain't listening to this bum with 3 monthly listeners, whatever the fuck it is, right? But I could tell why someone would look at it like that. But when I'm on Spotify and I find a new song, like, and it just comes on off a playlist or whatever, or when I'm done with the album, like y'all listen to the Cushion OJ part 2, and then I'll just move on.
Yep.
You might pop up, and I'll just listen to it, and I'll rock with it. And if I fuck with it, I'll go to your page.
Exactly.
I never go, oh, you only got 5 monthly. Fuck that.
It's about what you like.
Yeah, exactly, bro. So I get why he's saying that, but like, but damn, I don't know.
I mean, it matters a lot though for opportunities. You know, if you're trying to get some type of deal or something like that, people are going to look at how many listeners you have. And also, I mean, it is a social clout thing, including what you know, the social media stats. And those are the only reasons that people bought their shit.
Yep.
And if you cut out those numbers, then there'd be so much less botting. I think people would like the big labels and shit would probably still do it for algorithmic push. But, you know, you can also just run ads on Spotify to get some algorithmic push.
Really, exactly.
Well, and also if you think about it, when you look up how to do something on YouTube, a lot of the time, what are you going to do? You're going to look up the one that has like the most views, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Or like the most like ratio, whatever it is, however you view it. But a lot of the time you go, oh, this tutorial got 500K. I'm not going to watch the motherfucker with 2. Sometimes you do, right? But a lot of the time you're going to click on the motherfucker that is proving it. People keep watching it,
That's
you know?
true.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
Validation.
Exactly. Confirmation bias, whatever the
It's
fuck
the same
you wanna
reason
call
that
it.
women like guys with girlfriends.
That's true.
Must not be something wrong with them.
No,
Some science
that's
behind
true. Shout out Dominicans.
Mm.
They like people with whole other wives. It's a whole thing.
You know, when I get stuck with time shit is like, if I have like a big thing to work on that's going to take multiple days, I feel like, you know, I should be doing that one thing only, but then that means I'm not responding to messages and shit like that. You know, like, how do you guys think, like, what do you think the right balance is? Because it is, you could make the case, like, if you say, like, let the small fires burn, then fuck all that shit, right?
Yeah, there's part of that to me. And then I also think, like, if you want to make something happen, you got to do whatever the fuck you got to do.
Yeah.
Like, right? Like, you got to thug it the fuck out, basically. And that's a very generic answer to say, but, like, it's true, though. Like, if you're doing a certain job, you got to, this is what gets results. I got to do it, bro. It's like, do the fucking push-ups. You know what I'm saying? But, like, you got to suck it up and fucking do it.
What if you don't know if it's going to get results?
Then try it anyways.
That's every song you put out as an artist, right?
Of course, right.
It's every time you release something where you,
right.
But there's ways around that too, right? There's ways to, your productivity is like, and it's not that, it can't be that complicated because like, you got a big job, do the big job. It's gonna take away from the other things you want to do. And you might not get what you, like you said, what you want from the big job, but it's what you learn from doing the big job. in that process, right? And it eventually, I feel like those things eventually help you cut time on the things you do for yourself, right? The more I like work on sync stuff, I realize like how like what's worth my time.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, okay, let me go do a show for X amount of money, but I can sit in my house and record this from my computer and make quadruple that. We got to start making more sense on like how to spend my time. So like I learned from the big jobs or the things that took more time away from me that I can make more money without physically burning myself out. So I did learn from them. I think you can learn from any time those things happen. So
yeah. And then, yeah, speaking of burnout, that's another thing that Alex Hormozi talks about is like typically burnout isn't from working too much. It's from spending too much time on unfulfilling work.
Yo, facts though.
Right? Because if you're making fire all day, you're not going to be like, God, this fucking sucks.
I just want to do it some
grind.
more.
Yeah.
It's a drug at that point. The
You know?
dopamine done kicked in. I just want to make more beats, more songs. So.
Yeah. So I think that's another thing to be aware of. Yeah, it's like you're saying, dude, is eliminate the shit that's not fulfilling or isn't a good return on your time.
Some of it, again, too, you don't get the return on it, right? Some of it's the seed you plant and you find it 7 years later and you're like, wow, I forgot I knew this person, or they reach out. It's so many weird little things that you gotta, it's all part of it. I'm starting to realize that. I used to think everything was gonna happen overnight, or like, it's not like that. It's like one seed here, help somebody here, don't get a reward back for that. Go here, feel like you got nothing from it. And all of those little things turn into that big job again.
Yeah, and then down the line, that little seed you plant is a big ass tree.
Yeah,
like,
you can usually trace it back.
Every
but you
single
can't
time.
like trace it forward.
Bro, like
every time.
I just heard this today from somebody, and they were talking about sales though, but they was like, you got to fill up your well with like little pebbles and fucking big boulders. You know what I'm saying? You might get the little droplets here, but the way you fill it up, you need everything to fit. So like, you got to count every little thing as like a step. You feel me? So that there's that kind of mindset too. So that it kind of helps you like thinking from the finish line rather than like just thinking about, oh, let me check about the next immediate little, you know what I'm saying? Because if you think from the finish line and the goal, that kind of like helps you picture as like, oh, I'm doing this for this reason. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like it helps you get the end goal. It's like kind of like I'm using sales because I do it for a living, and it's kind of like, boom.
Type of sales.
I sell weed to dispensaries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, because I love weed. Not in case no one noticed.
I heard you.
But like, shout out to Laced. But it's kind of like that. Like you hit that end goal, and when you get that satisfaction, it's like, boom, I got that commission check. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Or I just like to spread good ass weed. So to me, that's kind of like how I do it. Be like, boom, I have this war against mids right now on my Instagram. Like every day I write a note. Like I think one of them was like, if your mom smokes mids, say you're adopted. And I was like, let me read today's. Today's I kind of went off, I'm not gonna lie. And I said, oh, no, I said, you're single because you smoke mids, and you being ugly is not an issue. Like, so I kind of been doing it. So I kind of just been going to war against mids, and that's kind of like every time I get to say, I'll be like, bet. Less mids.
I respect
Less mids in the world, bro.
Please.
Fuck mids. You know what I'm saying?
Cosign, fuck mids over here. We good.
Yeah, hashtag fuck mids.
Trash ass bud.
Yeah, I know. Are you a smoker created? Yeah. Okay, bad.
Yeah. All indica only.
Okay, bad.
Yeah.
I got something for you after this then.
Say less. Say less.
I got like the best.
Sativa gets you too crazy?
Yeah. I feel like I don't need to be thinking when I'm working on music. And sativa makes my brain work while I'm just trying to just not think. I want it to be in a flow state. Less I have to think about, the slower I move, the better.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about weed though? Working in it, you learn a lot about it. It's like people literally have physical reactions to it if you don't fuck with it. Like I've had people, I'll show them some fire ass sativa that go like this. Oh, bro. But then I'll show it to somebody else and be like, yo, that's amazing. I need that. Like literally physically. And like some people are allergic to certain flavors in weed, bro. So like you might react wrong to it. So like indicas, I'm the same way, bro. I like to chill out, especially when I'm focusing and working on something like that. Indicas all day. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I'll wake up and smoke indica. People think I'm crazy.
Same.
Like I'm like, what?
Same.
Roll up 2 of them things.
The whole day. I'm going indica. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm going to indica.
You know what can happen to me heavy though with when I smoke is perfectionism, which is another huge time waster.
Oh yeah, you usually
like I think more so when it happens to me always, like I'm kind of like that, but more so when I'm high, I'll just dial in on something that like is Nobody gives a
Is that a
fuck about.
sativa doing that to you?
I think it probably would be more sativa, but I think it could be
That's
either.
why I don't do them, man.
Yeah.
I'll be on the beat
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
I'll be at the computer, eyes wide, clicking one button for an hour.
Move the snare this way.
I
Move
be
it that
thinking
way.
the feds is at the door when I be doing 20s and sativas, bro. I be
Yo, my paranoia level go up through the roof off them sativas. Nah, I'm good.
Right.
You would think I'm Pablo Escobar the way I'd be thinking in the car if I'm on sativas, bro. I'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah, a long time ago, I had to make a decision to myself to like just not think about anything important when I'm really stoned.
Oh, I do all the time.
Yeah, because you get freaked. It's typically not worth it. Like, how many times have you really been like, I figured that out last night when I was super fucking high and anxious? You know, it's usually like that was a waste of energy.
Shrooms is
different.
I found out a lot of good
Yeah.
shit. Shrooms.
Yeah,
Shrooms is different.
Bro. When's you got a first trip story?
Nah, I had a great trip.
No, that's what I mean. Like,
Nothing bad happened to me at all. It just felt like I could put my hand through the computer. Like the screen started melting. Like it just looked weird. And like I seen like primary colors for a while. But other than that, I was cooling. I had a great time. I was a little slower walking than normal. My legs felt like spaghetti.
Ooh, how much did you take?
I don't know, but
that's a good amount. You getting that feeling?
They got this strand. The name is so random, but it's called a penis envy.
Yeah, albino penis.
See, okay, cool. I'm not cool.
No, that's a very popping strain.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I probably did too much.
Yeah,
had the chills.
It's a strong ass
had the
strain.
chills. You know, I went through it, but it was a good one.
All right, bet.
I haven't made beats off of shrooms though. For some reason, I'm not productive.
It's kind of hard because your vision gets a little confused, so it's a little tough.
So what I would tell you is don't take a lot. You take like a gram or less, and then you'll be like lasered.
That's true.
Like, and then there's different strains. There's one called the Enigma, and it literally looks like, it's the one that I showed you. It looks like brain matter almost, damn near, bro. And it's like, yo, they're crazy. I have ones that look like nugs of weed, bro. I have one that's like purple. Like I have like a purple nug of shrooms, bro. Crazy. That one, you get super clear-headed, and it's actually like an indica to me. Like I get like a body high, I be chilling, and I be super like laser, like clear-minded, bro.
That's what I need right there.
Like the Enigma, shout out Gilf. He be growing them. People don't make them because they take 3 times longer to grow.
I'm gonna holler at you. You know somebody that's growing.
Yeah, bro. He's black too. Shout out to Gilf.
Hey, black-owned business.
Yeah.
Like it.
So what do you think your biggest weakness is with all that music making and time management? And
just like a job interview, dude.
Yeah. And how do you solve it?
Collaboration, truthfully.
Really?
Yeah, I just started, like, all my projects is mostly just me on them songs, man. Like, I really don't like having other people on my songs just because, like, it's my idea. But I just been way more open to just being like, all right, I'm going to stop here and let somebody else complete the idea. So I would say that was my biggest weakness most recently, but my new thing coming out, we got features up there. So
I seen that. I seen it on your last EP too, the one you dropped in 2024. I was listening to it. There was a few features on there, and then like we talked about it before the show started. But my favorite song from you is "Okay" that Loman produced.
Appreciate that, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because I remember, because was that the first one you put up on Spotify too?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's why I remembered it too. It was like I had to scroll all the way down. I was
that
like,
joint did well for me, man. I wasn't expecting it.
Oh, bro, that track is hard as fuck.
Appreciate it.
And shout out to Loman. That beat was crazy.
I don't be expecting anything when it comes to this stuff, man. I put out my music, people like it. I play a show. I go back into the bubble.
Bro, but I know that there's been people in your circle though that I remember I can't remember their names, but I know you collaborate with different producers sometimes and shit like that.
Yeah. Like I'm always collaborating, like as far as producers, it's still artists.
Which ones are your favorites to work with?
From here?
Yeah.
Damn, producers. I like Keyron from Van Buren. He's really dope.
Yo, Van Buren's killing it.
There's Gib DJ. He be working with like Sean Wyatt. Yeah, Gib did the intro to my most recent project too. So, and he's on the new one too. Who else do I really like here as a producer? God damn, I want to put one more person in there. Oh, I really love Grubby Paws too. I haven't worked with Grubby yet, but like I've just been a fan of Grubby for the last 7 years. Like, it's really dope.
I think he was one of the ones I recognized from you remember the Stu Beat Showcase and all that? Yeah, bro. So
I did the inaugural Stu Beat Showcase.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did the first one ever.
No shit.
I went there. I might have missed that one. I actually started going to those before I even made a beat. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
And then my boy, I know Shells. Shout out, I know Shells.
What are you talking about?
I know you know Shells, and then he
Shells
fucking
a homie too.
Yeah, I know he posted. I started rolling with him. And I was like, I think I want to do this. You know what I'm saying? And that's actually where I'm at Dallas. They did the open mic showcases.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Shout out to the crew. Shout out to Marin. Shout out to
Loops.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
B Club podcast.
I
went on that one time.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
up
yeah,
there
you did.
before too.
Yeah,
Yeah, good
yeah.
people, man.
Yeah.
You did too.
Yeah. Marin gave me my first show, so I'm forever
He's
in
the
debt to
man.
him.
He puts on a
Oh,
good
for
show.
real?
Yeah,
Where at?
first show, Church Boston. The first time I ever performed in the city was from Marin, so.
Yeah, Marin's still doing this thing, DJing.
And he's an awesome producer too. Let me throw that in there.
He is. He be doing some shit, and like he is actually a really good DJ, by the way. Like when I went to a brunch he was DJing at, Marin, and I was like, damn, these transitions though.
He's cold.
Yeah.
Student.
Yo, did you see all the shit on Twitter this week about Gorilla versus 100 Men?
Oh my God, bro.
Who would
Yeah.
win?
So like, what species of gorilla are we talking about?
I think we're
And
talking
how
like a
old are they?
silverback.
Silverback. It
What if
don't
it's a
matter.
baby?
Prime. It's in its prime.
Okay, a prime. So nah, we
Yeah.
dying. No, but we're at the top of the food chain for a reason. Do we have weaponry? Like, what is the
No,
rules?
This is just
here?
hands.
Just
Yeah,
hands.
Just hands. It's
100 motherfuckers could take a gorilla.
No.
No.
I think so.
No way.
Listen,
I
man,
think
a
so, bro.
chimpanzee ripped off a woman's face with his bare hands.
Bro, that's fine. But,
This is what it would do
what,
right here.
if I get 100 Marines, you telling me we can't take this motherfucker?
No,
What?
no. The brute strength from a gorilla, I'm already hit.
What are you gonna do, dude? When you coming up to it, you're like, all right, guys, you ready?
Listen, one by
and it starts doing this fucking spin move.
Oh, motherfuckers are gonna die. Don't get me wrong. Several motherfuckers, bro.
Boom, boom. Everybody's dead. Put on the video of them fighting.
But yeah, but I need like, how do the motherfuckers fighting this nigga look, right? Because like
this.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Like, come on,
yo,
man.
I know a bitch that look like that.
Dude.
Nah, that ain't.
Wait, you see this shit? Yo, listen. They have a bite stronger than a
Bro,
lion.
I've seen fights on Twitter that look just like this in the hood.
Bro,
Yeah.
one slap from a
Yeah.
gorilla finna put you unconscious.
Yeah.
No, listen, bro. I'm not saying that like 10 of them are gonna do it, but if I get 100 tough motherfuckers,
How?
you telling me I
Not
can't?
gonna-
Bro?
they're not gonna get
look
close
up,
enough.
Look up, just put up Brian Shaw in here. If I get like Brian Shaw looking motherfuckers, just Google Brian Shaw.
Nah,
You know
man.
who I'm talking about?
Bro, that ain't working, bro.
Bro, just
What's
look
he
him
gonna
up.
do?
Just look him up.
What's he
If
gonna
I get
do?
motherfuckers that are like that weigh 440
That's
pounds
still
and are
not
the
enough,
world's
bro.
strongest men. If I get 100 motherfuckers like that, you telling me we ain't gonna
His
win?
brute strength ain't enough. I promise you.
Bro,
I think that
he's
he
a
would
tough-
get hit once by the gorilla and go down.
But that's one guy. If I get 100 of them, they're done, bro. That one gorilla is
100
done.
Brian Shaws.
Versus
I think we
one
gotta
gorilla.
say that these are like
5'8" motherfuckers, Mexicans.
average.
And
I mean,
shit?
okay,
How
I
fast
guess it
gorillas run? What's
don't
their
think it matters.
speed? How much speed? What they pick up? Because
Yo,
if
I
it
seen a bitch that dance like
if it
that.
charges
Yo.
you, you not surviving that, bro.
No, I know, but again, we're talking
come
about
on,
it.
dude. Brian
I
Shaws
think-
get flying.
Bro,
and just
listen.
fucking-
I think we're
That's a
underestimating.
fucking washing machine right there, bro. That's the agitator in the washing
Yo,
machine, bro.
That just looks mad funny. But yo, you're right, because you keep saying, yo, if he does that, if he charges you, I'm like, but again, I have 99 other motherfuckers.
It
with
don't
me.
even matter, bro.
What are they
It's
gonna
be
do?
like a bowling ball.
How are they
bro.
gonna hurt him?
Oh wait, what? There's a simulation?
Yeah,
Yeah, the
look at this.
simulation.
Look at
Listen,
this.
look,
Men just flying. Flying.
Hands.
But gorillas, this doesn't even look
Look at them.
natural.
One
It's
hit-
probably pretty realistic.
Nah, this is realistic. One hit quitters all day.
The world record bench press for a human being is like 742 or something like that.
Okay.
It's estimated that a gorilla could bench press 4,000.
Okay, bro, but I
A
mean,
gorilla
again,
flick.
They can bite harder than a lion.
listen, I think if it's just average dudes, we're done, right? But if I get some really trained, tough, big motherfuckers, I think we could pull it off. I think we could strategize. You know what I'm saying? We could figure it the fuck out.
I mean, you have to tie. Vin, I was
mean,
talking
I
to
know a
Vinny
nigga who
about
look
this.
like
Vinny
that
was,
too,
Vinny
bro.
was saying you have to tire it out,
You got a
which
better
is
chance
pretty
with a
valid.
beer.
But look at that shit.
Oh, bro, probably.
You got a better
No,
chance
listen,
with a beer.
bro.
Bears get tired
Listen,
mid-fight.
I'm just
Take
gonna
a
say
break.
this, like,
That's
R.I.P. to a lot.
What do you see? Its arm look like
Yo,
Kimbo
I
Slice,
got-
Your
bro.
muscle.
I got a Dominican uncle that looks just like, yo, but like, I'm telling you.
I'm great, bro.
Like you can't knock it out.
No, bro, listen, we can figure it the fuck out. We're humans.
Look at his
We'll figure it
neck.
out. I
His
don't know.
neck goes up to the top of his head.
I
all
just think
muscle connected there.
Yo, bro, but you telling me if I get the top of the top motherfuckers,
But
I
like,
think I can
what
do
are
it.
they gonna do?
I
Punch
think-
him?
Dog, there's 100 of us. We can figure it out.
Bro, a swing is breaking limbs, bro. It's not right,
Yo, but
bro.
I have no access to any weaponry. Like I can't pick up a stick or something.
That's
it's
not even
only-
low key.
no,
That's not enough.
No. And only and you might have 100 guys, but only so many of them can be close enough to do anything at
That's
any
true,
given
too.
time.
The muscles have
Well, this
power
kind of
8 to
reminds me of the
16
whole
times
how
of
would
a
you
man.
fight? How would you fight like 100 like third graders or whatever?
That's light though.
That's a similar battle. That's a similar matchup where you're just fucking them up.
Yeah, but eventually this motherfucker might tire out too. We got to remember this.
It's only 100 guys.
I don't know.
That's a lot of people, dog.
It is, but they must have.
You
pretty
telling
good
me if I
stamina,
take
too.
like prime Mike Tyson motherfuckers, you telling me they can't fight a gorilla?
No.
He might land one punch and then he's just flying,
bro. But I still think that eventually, like, it's gonna be a war of attrition. A lot of motherfuckers gonna die. R.I.P. You know what I'm saying?
It can lift 10 times his own body, bro. We're not putting hands on this thing.
Nah,
bro.
bro. But if I get 100 tough
close.
motherfuckers, I think we could do it. I think
mean,
we could do it.
he could throw any of them with one hand.
Bro, I think we could do it, bro. Have you seen like Hawthor Bjornsson, bro? Like, I think if we get like 100 of those, there's only like one of them.
There's no way.
Bro.
There's no way. There's no window.
Look at this motherfucker. Look at the mountain, dog. No,
that's not enough.
You should look up Peak Mountain, though. This is not even Peak Mountain, bro.
That's
Peak Mountain, he won World's Strongest Man.
That's not enough.
That nigga's
bro.
a beast, bro.
It would be like
look
when
at his wife.
fucking...
Yo, can you imagine though? Yo, she's getting crushed. But yo, yo, that bitch is like 4'11", dog. Like he's wild. Yo. He is a beast, though, bro. Like,
it's not enough.
I watched if you see some of these strongman tournaments, you might agree.
I be watching those joints.
Same.
No, I'm a fan, man, but that's not enough, bro.
Bro, if I get 100
like a
of them,
gorilla has literally practical strength. Like its strength is built off of literally doing regular things. That's built muscle right there. That's weak.
No. But that's no. That's
bro.
bodybuilding that does that. Strongman actually does functional shit. Like they fucking
he's still not a fighter.
They not.
You ever seen? Doesn't he fight?
That nigga's pulled the airplane before, bro. Yes, he has learned fighting too.
Put on a video of him fighting.
Yeah, but that's when he lost a bunch of weight.
Let's watch him fight, and you tell me if he's gonna fucking
one gorilla swing is
bro.
Enough,
have you seen
bro.
Eddie Hall fighting two motherfuckers? That shit's hilarious,
bro. I'm not giving nobody a chance against a single gorilla, bro.
I believe in 100.
You remember that gorilla fight, right? Let's watch these fucking guys now. Are you kidding me, dude?
Who is he fighting? I don't even know. Oh, Larat. Oh, that's the but. This is because somebody dropped out. That nigga's a fucking arm wrestler.
Look at how shitty they are compared to the gorillas.
Look at the wide swings.
How
man.
slow. Now, how slow.
Yeah. No, but have you seen that guy's fucking arms, bro? He's a championship arm wrestler. He can fucking his grip strength is probably the best in the world.
And these guys?
It's probably
Larat, yes, that guy with the green.
10% of a
look at how they
grip
fight.
strength.
I know, true.
Look at how they fight. And then look at the gorilla fight again.
And now they're tight.
We just gotta kill the nigga. We ain't fucking boxing right now.
The fight just started.
What are they gonna do? Yeah, they do that. What are they gonna do about that, dude?
Nothing.
What are they gonna do about that?
Nothing, bro.
Yo,
they try to catch him. He's just spinning out.
Nothing.
Bro.
Listen, bro.
Put on the fight one more time after watching that match. Yeah, this shit. Jump back a little bit.
Oh shit! No, that's my man.
Bro,
bitch.
Somebody's head's ripped off at that
that's
point.
My man.
That one
shit.
grab behind
the
neck.
What they just tussled a little bit. Human's dead.
You took my baby's diapers, bitch. Oh no!
Look, he just takes this fall off a cliff too, like
it
no
was
problem.
nothing, bro.
Look at them. You know what's crazy is how they fight just like wrestlers. Like they use underhooks and shit.
Yup.
Naturally.
Center of gravity.
Yeah.
If they had long hair, they fight like some bitches
That's crazy
too.
to get pushed down.
He just chops down right.
Did you see him jump down?
Yeah, that was crazy.
We don't even have that type of athleticism, bro.
The mountain's gonna get
but we're not jumping off of cliffs. We just got to kill one.
Bro, we worried about their hands. What about their legs?
He's gonna take the mountain's lower body and turn it into nunchucks.
Listen, I'm just giving the 100 niggas a chance, especially if I get to hand pick them. That's it. If it's just 100 random motherfuckers we pick out of nowhere, they dead.
Bro, you can pick your top UFC fighters.
I don't care about them.
You can pick whoever you want. Your strongmen.
I think we could kill it.
You can
bro.
go get some extra lions.
How?
That's not gonna work.
Okay, so what would we told you the gorilla would rip their heads off? What would they do to the gorilla?
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it definitely will have to do with motherfuckers
damage.
will have to be sacrificed and get killed.
Y'all got to do straight. Y'all got to punch for the head. Y'all got to cranium shots.
I think I'll have like 25 remaining when it's dead.
But
definitely handicapped.
Stomp them.
A couple will be handicapped.
They tire them out and stomp them.
Well, what can I have on as far as equipment goes for these
clothes?
Humans? Just regular clothes. Can I have steel-toed boots? Why not?
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
All right, I have steel-toed boots.
Having the strength to even knock him unconscious, truthfully. I think their skull is pretty thick, too, last time I checked.
I don't know. I have faith in the humankind.
I have no hope.
It doesn't seem like you have a real end game figured out.
No, of course, because I don't want to be one of those 100 motherfuckers. They could fuck off. But I still think if I handpick the top 100 motherfuckers, I could do
Kangaroo fight, they probably win that. Couple hundred.
Oh, we'll fuck kangaroos up. I've seen that.
You're gonna lose about 50 to 60 of them.
Nah, we fuck kangaroos get scared once you punch them in the face confidently. Have you seen the videos of them?
I seen men punch them, but they will hurt you. You get disemboweled by a kangaroo.
Bro. No, yo, facts. Most animals will one-on-one against a human.
I'm not messing with no kangaroo, bro. And they're big too.
They are diesel. They be diesel.
See what I'm saying? Look at
they never skip leg day, bro.
Like Zangief from Street Fighter. I'm all set.
Yo, they never skip leg day, bro.
No. But they don't look like they skip arm day either.
Look at my man.
I love it. No, this guy's going to save his dog.
This is when he punched him in the face. Right? He gave him that right hand.
It's so funny that he fights it like a man, you know?
He's like, come on.
Like a dog, you would like.
He squared up with him.
Yeah. Yo, this video is fucking legendary.
Yo, Mans is a hero.
Enough of this bullshit. What the hell? This is the worst video.
What the fuck is happening?
Kangaroo had his dog in a chokehold, firstly.
Yeah, the dog was in trouble, dude.
He's like, hold on, bitch.
Big trouble
he
right
fucking
there.
owed him after this. He's like, oh, thank God.
Big ass dog can't do nothing with that kangaroo. He gave in. You see the dog gave in. He waited till his owner came, bro.
And he starts getting out. I love it.
He gave in,
What is
bro.
this CG,
They're
dude?
doing like a fucking...
They're showing you the disembowelment that can occur.
Right. If they, what is that? If they kick you?
Yep.
Oh.
Kangaroo like, I'm like, what the fuck is that, pussy?
Yo, bro, he's like, hold on. Yo, because he probably had to think about it.
Yo, that's so crazy.
Yo, because... Bro, he had to think about it real quick. He's like, oh, this ain't worth it.
He probably did think about it.
He's like, he kind of rung his bell.
Yo, his arms going up after the slap is crazy.
No, and my man's put his hip into it, bro. Yo, this...
It wasn't a bad punch. A little slow.
Nah, yeah, but
he definitely drove that from right hand.
He's just looking at him. He's like, what the fuck, dog?
Dude, so funny.
Bruh. We ain't winning no kangaroo fights either.
If it is 100 of us, we could definitely kill a kangaroo, bro.
100 people can kill a kangaroo.
Look like a Joey. They didn't even look like an adult.
No, I think like 20.
100 people could easily kill a kangaroo. Yeah,
I'll take 10 tough motherfuckers against
That's what I'm saying. You're going to lose a couple.
One man could kill a kangaroo.
Potentially.
Depends on how aggressive the kangaroo is, though.
Man,
it's definitely possible. It's not like
believe in
gorilla where forget it.
And we're awesome. So we'll figure it out.
Well, we did figure it out in real life. You know, we
all those motherfuckers,
weapons.
a lot of those gorillas you showed was in cages. I'm just saying.
If we didn't have the smarts, we'd be dead.
Oh, 100%, dog.
Animal going undefeated against us, a hippo? We ain't doing.
Hippos are crazy. Yo, hippos be underrated.
We're not doing nothing with a hippo. I promise you that.
We need guns for that. Yeah. We need guns for that.
We ain't doing nothing with a hippo. And they quick underwater. They do like 20 under the water. I'm good, bro.
Bro, they move so fast.
Anything that big.
Good.
Hippos do not play, bro.
They be bossing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they not
Yo,
right,
I know
bro.
a bitch who look like that too, but yo, they will fucking...
Kind of fucking... Women you hang out with.
Kind of thick, right?
Yo, who's that? What's that Star Wars fat blob thing called, bro?
Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt kind
no
of
girl
vibes.
that looks like him.
Yeah. I mean...
Yeah, you don't want to smoke with that.
Oh my God.
No, hippo, no way.
Yo, fuck that.
Not an elephant either.
No.
It's too big.
I mean, but elephants be docile. They don't be too aggressive and shit, unless you fuck with them.
Yeah, you messing with their kids or something.
Yeah. If you mess with their kids, it's over, bro. Like, fuck off.
What about some shit like a tiger? You think 100 men could take out a tiger?
Yeah.
I would say so, bro.
Yeah.
Because if you hold down, it's fucking like if multiple hold down like a limb, like
I think you could probably.
I think we could
smother
figure it
I
out.
don't know.
I think easy because all cats are they're burst hunters.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They burst. Like they eventually run out of speed. That's a leopard. That's a house cat. Once
That's
they finish
a big
running,
motherfucker, bro.
that's
I mean,
crazy though. I don't know
Yeah.
actually. Hold on.
It would be hard to do anything to it. You know, like you.
I also think
I don't
that-
know how you'd kill it.
I also think that you have to remember, like, humans do get extra strength in life or death situations as well.
Yeah,
not against this,
Bro, there's been mothers that lift cars and shit, right?
but the
Like, come on,
gorillas,
son.
they're also going to be, you know, running
fight or flight.
Yo.
They're gonna be on fight or flight too.
Bro, I know, like, if I get 30 bitches from my hood, they could take this bitch. Bro, I would just say that, like, yo, they gonna take your food stamps.
What are
I'm
they
looking
gonna
at
do to
it? Now that I see it, nah, we ain't doing that either.
I think with 100, we got this.
Nah, not with that type of
I believe in
agility
humankind,
and
bro.
speed.
Nah, fuck that.
The
We got
claws
this.
make it worse too.
Yo, trust me.
We ain't think about that.
Listen, a lot of niggas gonna die, but we gonna do it.
A lot.
A lot, but we gonna do it. Mission is gonna be
But
accomplished.
again, how? Like you'd have to all try to tackle it, and then I think it would just
What if we
erupt
tackle
out
the
of you.
fuck out of it, bro?
That's not gonna work.
Yo,
It would
I
just
think
get
we can.
away and then start killing
we're
you
not
guys
killing.
again.
We're not killing a tiger. I just thought about it. It's not. Look, that's crazy, bro.
It would try to but if it sees 100 of us, it's gonna try to pick us off, right? So we have to figure that out, right? We have to figure it the fuck out.
So while it's killing your friend, you got to try to get it.
Yes, exactly.
When you get it?
It's not gonna work.
Now what?
Well, first of all, I'm not
You're
gonna
gonna
get it. Some other
fucking
niggas
try and
gonna get it.
choke it or some shit.
Bro,
Nah,
I
you know,
think
cats do that little flick
Bro,
with their
first
legs
of all,
on
if
their
I get
back.
100
You're
motherfuckers,
not
right,
getting-
we're gonna
you're
be
not
like, all
getting it.
right, whose role is what? We're gonna sort it out. You know what I'm saying? And
Right,
we're
so
gonna
what
win.
are those roles? Like,
There is no role there.
There's gonna be a nigga that will be like, yo, you're the toughest one, bro. So we
and
need
he's
you
gonna
guys
what?
there.
Like punch it
Those
in the
are
head.
no, those
Yeah,
niggas
you
are
gotta
gonna
go for the
die,
eye.
bro.
You gotta go for the eyes or something.
No, they're gonna
And
die.
then it's gonna be like,
No,
yeah,
no.
you're not. Yes, I'm saying you're
They're
losing your
dying.
hand.
Those guys I'm talking about are dying, bro. Like, don't
but
get it twisted.
eventually some guys get into it in your scenario here, right?
Bro,
They
it's
coulda
gonna be
tired out.
because with 100, it's a war of attrition at this point, bro. Like, it's got to tire out eventually, bro.
Yeah, I would put it on the wildcat tiring out before the gorilla.
Yeah,
Facts.
definitely.
Yes.
The
I
cat would have
agree.
a harder time too because it doesn't have
The
the
way it's
arms.
built.
Mm-hmm.
The way it's built, and it
Mhm.
can't spin and shake some ass like the gorilla
Can't
did.
do the spin
You know what I'm
move.
saying? Can't do the spin move and
But
twerk.
the center of gravity is to always be on top of it. It'd be tough to
Bro,
take
if
that
you
cat
climb
down.
on, if you take
That'd
some
be tough to take
motherfuckers
down,
and put
man.
it on top of that bitch,
That's not enough.
I think you can, bro.
I don't know.
I think you can,
I don't know if there's anything we could do.
Yeah,
bro. I don't know. We'll figure this out. We somehow one of these poor countries that need some money. We need to do like a pay-per-view style. And like,
That's crazy.
That's
That's crazy.
One of these poor countries.
You know what's fucked up is that there is some probably evil motherfuckers already doing this that we don't even know
Yeah.
about.
I mean, they used to in Rome.
You
And
ever
shit.
seen National Geographic? You see, in I forgot what country, they riding around on the hyenas. They done tamed them up.
What?
Yeah.
No.
They pull into the city on the hyenas. Real life.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yo, I'm gonna send you the clip after this.
That's
yo,
badass.
I'm telling you. Yeah, CP.
What?
They riding in on the yo. I be watching.
Okay, we
I'm
need
a
to see
Nat
this.
Geo lover, bro. So I love animals. I love these guys. Really have tamed their things, and they ride in on them on life. Look.
Oh, that's wild,
Oh,
bro.
right.
Yeah, hyenas got utmost respect.
Yo, see, if I get 100 of these niggas with a hyena, I think we got this.
Yeah, the hyena men. Yeah.
Ooh, hyenas don't play either.
I'm
That's
trying
dangerous.
to tell you, bro. I be tapping into this.
Jesus.
Oh my God, they got a dance too, nigga. My nigga. That's
Yo, I'm trying. Look how they disrespecting the
Dude,
hyena. He just
They
picked
just
it up.
break them
yo.
like that? Like,
Yeah, bro.
wow.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if
That
I'm,
one's not muzzled.
all I'm saying is, if I'm expecting some wild ass animal to be domesticated, I'm going to Africa because
Yeah,
we're gonna
that's
get
true.
it done.
We might have to.
We're gonna get
For
it
this
done.
to work, we might need to take like a trip like that and talk to those and talk to them 100 motherfuckers because I bet you they'll figure it out to be like, we will
These are
we will
scavenger
trick it
animals,
to get
man.
into our Uber.
I'm
No.
just telling you, hyenas are crazy too. They got strong
Nah,
ass
bro,
bite force too.
Yeah, that's true too. No, they're crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Hyenas
fight
do not
lions and
play.
shit.
They're like dogs on fucking steroids, bro. It's crazy.
They're like dogs on the ooze.
Yeah.
For
That
real.
super shredder.
You know what's funny? I always thought I didn't think they were that bad after. I know Lion King gave them a bad rap, but I was like, oh, they're not that bad. And then yeah, they
They're
bad.
menace.
In yeah, look at them things.
Before we get to the game of the week, PSA is pretty cool. You know, Moby, the producer,
Mm-hmm.
he just put up on his site like 500 songs, and a lot of them have multi-tracks, and they're free for anybody to
Oh, that's
use for
amazing.
anything. For like your movie, producers can sample them,
Smart.
all type of shit,
It's
dude.
very smart.
It's
actually.
really fucking cool,
That's actually brilliant.
right? It's,
I wonder
it's
if he has
royalty
all
free.
the. So he's gonna be collecting through Content ID though, for sure.
Maybe. I mean, I think he just said he wanted to make a library. There's a video of it.
That's
Wait,
amazing.
this is the library right here. Yeah. I think he just said, you know, I just want people to have this music. Yeah, right here we go.
Music to filmmakers and nonprofits and students. And we've just updated it with these 500 new songs, but also we've added multi-tracks, which means you can download the multi-track and remix it, re-edit it, put different instruments or vocals on it and do whatever you want with it. And again, the music is free. There are no strings attached. I just want people to use the music. And we'll be adding about 1,000 more songs at some point this year. But for now, 500 free new songs on mobygratis.com for you.
He kind of looked like a substitute teacher.
The goat right there.
It's so cool. It's so cool.
That
It's
is-
funny
that's amazing.
when you go to play something, like it pops up this little alert that says, like, do you agree to the terms? Yeah. You know, there are only two things you can't do with the music here. Use it to advertise right-wing politics or causes, or use it to promote meat, dairy, or other animal products.
That's pretty cool.
All right, Latrell James, you ready for the game of the week?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Bum, 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 bum.
Game this week is called High Standards. And so we'll give you choice between two things. and you have to tell us which one you prefer and would keep, getting rid of the other one.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds interesting.
All right. Start out with EQ versus compression.
Keeping compression.
How come? Oh, yeah, sorry. I meant to say, this is a scored game.
Okay.
You win by giving, in our judgment, a valid argument for why.
Okay. Compression because, I mean, there wasn't a lot of EQing going on back in the day. They were just meshing samples. There was some, but like we can get around that at the end of the day.
Okay.
I don't need to filter as long as I can contain the sound. That's my honest opinion on it. As long as we do parallel compression, very important to making sure things sound bouncy. And as long as we can control the samples, I'm for it. Compressing over.
I got a random question off that. What do you do to your drums? Because they slap a certain way.
Saturation. I think that's, people forget that. That's the most important thing. Like back in the day, people were running stuff through hardware and like everything has its own clipping and distortion and every little thing that comes to it. But I use saturation. That's it. Find your little good spot. Me, I'm usually like 60%. And everything sound better through saturation. Specifically, I'm on a URS saturation, if everybody want to know.
URS?
Yeah.
That's the plugin company? Yeah. I don't think I've heard of that.
Pretty cool.
Damn.
I've been using that one since 10 years now. It's the same one on my master channel.
That's cool. Do you mix your own vocals?
Yeah, most of the time.
Yeah.
I outsource too though, because it's a lot of work. Yeah, that little
shit.
thing right there, that's the bump. If you can get it, you can get it. If you can't, you can't. It is what it is.
Damn, I'm gonna check that out, dude.
Do you see that right there? 50%. I usually nudge about 2 more over there.
Do you put that on your vocals? Because it sound like those those sound like pretty sizzly and saturated.
Nah, that's on just my master chain for production.
Oh, okay.
Yo, I feel like if you just literally put the saturation on your master chain before you start the beat, you'll notice the difference immediately.
Yeah.
Like the lack of saturation makes people's beats sound dull.
Yep.
No color. And it's just simple distortion too. That's all that is. And it's just literally changing your tones and everything in your beat. Your tones are brighter.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that crunch makes all the difference.
That's it.
You know, the way that stuff pushes into it.
That and I use, damn, I can't even say that. We're gonna stick with compressor because the RX 950 is a EQ.
Oh, okay. What DAW are you in, by the way?
FL Studio.
Okay,
exclusively.
I also know that.
I worked in Reason for 5 years. I used to work on hardware too. I had an MV8000, which is like Roland's product back in like 2003. It was like their MPC.
Yeah.
But I'm just back on FL Studio. It's quicker to move around.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of crunch, you know, like
yeah,
I wasn't using it until like a year and a half ago.
He converted, bro. This guy.
You know,
he was trying to fight it.
For beats, most of the time I use that.
For
shit
beats, it's so easy.
The
like
clip, the soft wibber, and then the limiter. You take that little saturation knob and pull that down, and just.
That's another.
So
see, you know, the limiters. People hate it. I be like, no, it's good. You just gotta adjust.
I think that's the key to the FL sound.
You gotta adjust it. That's it. People don't adjust it. They think whatever. It's set on a house setting.
Yeah, yeah. It's crazy. And you know, you can sidechain with that limiter too. By the way, guys.
Yep. I mean, you can sidechain crazy with anything inside FL Studio because they got the peak controller.
Yeah, they do.
You can just sidechain it on the master channel. So,
all right, I would say that that was a valid.
Compression's everything.
Did you give him that one?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Right, I'll give you that one there, dude. Got the next one, Joe?
I don't want to get the third one.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Okay. High all the time versus sober forever.
Damn.
And this is weed, by the way. It's not.
High all the time.
Okay, but
for like you have to for the rest of your life, you're always high.
I'm cool with that.
That sounds great to me.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
That sounds like a lot of
me.
indica's gonna be smoked. I'm with it. Shout out.
I'm a nicer person when I'm high.
Yeah.
I'm more creative when I'm high, even though I'm creative without it. I don't know. I'd just rather be high. You know, life would be a lot easier to tolerate. Small stuff, you know, little Massachusetts traffic, shit like that. You know.
Yeah, so I noticed that too. Is like I tried not smoking for I did about a month, and I was like, let me see, and it literally did nothing for me. Like as far as
nothing.
Like as far as in my productivity was about the same. I actually felt like since I was irritated, I fucked off more because I was like, I don't feel like dealing with that. And I was trying to find other avenues to distract myself and shit. And and in school suffered. I sucked at school when I was sober. It sucked. I only got through college because of weed.
I understand.
Yeah. So I like that. I think that's definitely
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
give you that one too.
Time's a
That's another
valid
point.
one, man.
Yeah, because we were gonna end the interview if you said the other one.
Sober is crazy.
Sober is crazy.
All right, producing versus artistry. Got to get rid of one.
You have to get rid of one for real.
One of them is beneath you.
Beneath you, he said.
Yeah, producing.
Mm.
And the reason why is the same high I get from producing, I get from being on stage. I don't think those two, if I had to get rid of one, I know I could replace that feeling with that.
Yeah, you know, I knew he was going to choose that, by the way, because he said he wants to replace Pharrell. So I was like,
but you couldn't replace that feeling you get from being on stage with producing.
No.
Yeah.
It's not.
Right.
It's not the same.
Right.
Having a crowd literally wait for you, every word you say and respond to it there's a power with that microphone. So I don't know. Okay. You don't have that power with the beat. You do, but it's whatever you created in
different.
That 3 minutes and 20 seconds for that song.
Yeah.
And if you're DJing it.
All right, valid. That's a point. That's a point. Doing great here so far.
I'm here. Don't throw me no curveballs.
This one's the easy. This is a fucking lob, dude. MIDI versus samples.
Including, that means no MIDI, so no drum MIDI either.
It's just the sample drums. That's actually not that bad either.
It's not that bad.
Whoa.
I'm a programmer though.
I know.
I
You use
don't-
FL Studio, of course you.
Yeah, I
program with
don't.
drums.
It's people think that my drums are like breaks. I don't know. My
Nah,
shit
you
is
can tell,
There are
especially.
a bunch of small samples I chopped off with vinyls, and then I put them together like a little salad.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, you could still drag those on to the.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm helping you here.
I'm gonna say sample.
Okay.
I mean, it's literally how I get paid. So we're gonna stick with the samples.
Shooting samples. All right, yeah. Give you a point for that.
Because I
love
feel like
samples.
you could still finagle a lot of shit with samples.
Drums.
Like,
you
yeah,
get
like-
every element out of a song at the end of the
Facts.
day if you wanted to sample.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, for real, for real.
I'm with that.
Shout out to Tracklib.
You
This
been using
one-
that? Tracklip's cool.
I've
I haven't
tried
got
it
a
a few
placement
times.
with it yet, but we'll see.
Like, I've liked the beats I've made with it because whenever I collab with my boy JRZ, shout out to him, because I ain't paying for that account. Like, so
Yo.
he'd be like, he pulls up and it's like, oh shit, so you could just take all these stems. But shout out to FL though, with the AI stem separator now, you're just like, do I really need Tracklib right now?
Yeah.
But it is convenient though. When you got Tracklib, it's just like, ooh, bet.
Dude,
I can pick one thing.
Tracklib's doing a thing now where you can import your splice credits to Tracklib.
What? I have like 6,000.
No
And I have
way.
mad splice
Yo,
credits.
my
built
joint
up.
is at like 10
yeah,
bands.
yeah,
Yo,
yeah,
Dave.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And you know
I
what's
have
fuck-
talk with Splice, man.
You know what's fucked about Splice? The second you
You can't-
cut off your sub,
You can't
it's
do
gone.
anything
All
with
credits
it.
is gone.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's smart. That's
It's-
why
So
I
the
keep
way
my
to
shit
do it-
going.
To help your homie out, next time you're on his computer and you got 7,000 credits, you just download entire packs for him. You just
Exactly.
Be like, boom. He'd be like, which sound? I'm like, motherfucker, you
Get
like
the whole
most of these.
thing.
Get the,
Get
get the
later.
500
Yeah.
credits, bitch. Like, what are you waiting for?
Exactly.
You got
Yeah.
90,000 credits, dog.
I shared it with my friends so that we're
Yeah.
all in it, and I just told them download whatever.
Right.
Yeah,
because
why not?
there's no way I can get these credits down in time. So
yeah.
Bro,
take what y'all want and keep moving.
we were working on reggaeton beats, bro. I looked up like 6 fucking sound pairs, said bang, 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 bang. We done.
I like Splice for that reason.
Yo, no, and then
So good.
we talked about it before, like the new like way it could search for you using AI, like
Yeah.
shit that matches. You could upload
Your
loop
own. I see
and it'll
that.
find sounds for you, and it
That
actually is
shit's
really good.
crazy.
Yeah.
But like, yo, they improved the fuck out of that because they tried something before called Stacks, and that shit wasn't it.
I didn't like Stacks.
No, but this new one, bro, they got it dialed in. They fix it a little more. We good.
Output made something similar that works as a plugin in your DAW.
Oh yeah, output.
It's called like the co-producer. So it's real simple. Like you let it listen to the music or whatever, and then it goes and finds loops that I think are all basically like the same loops that they just have in Arcade.
Yeah.
And then it matches it up, and you
It's
can
tough.
stack them and all that same type of shit.
we do need to talk to Splice. Make a goddamn VST already. Fuck off.
I agree.
Yeah, like fuck off.
I
Like make the
agree.
VST. You know you got the functionality for it already. You just do it. Your stupid desktop app
What would you need
with
it
the
for,
web
though?
app. Bro, because if I can do that all in one DAW
You
and
can
not have
listen,
to
It
fucking
makes life a lot easier.
it'll just make
listen.
life
That'll be
easier,
good,
bro.
yeah.
Because it'll be like using Arcade basically, right? Like, but it's Splice form.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the way they formatted the new AI functioning, it's like, damn, I wish I could just do this in my DAW and fucking fuck
Mhm.
off. You know
They
what I'm
should
saying?
just make an Arcade clone
All right.
and
So
destroy
trademark
fucking
pending.
arcades.
Right.
That and
You
the
know, 'cause-
organization's terrible.
The samples on
What?
Splice are much
Splice.
better than
Yeah.
Arcade.
When it goes into your DAW, it's organized
Oh my
horribly.
God, bro.
That's one thing I hate about Splice. When you downloaded like a pack or
Oh.
something, when it goes into your Splice folder in your FL Studio in your directory,
Oh, I don't even
it's
use
It's
that.
a mess.
Yeah.
I use the desktop interface.
I have. I just never open it.
Oh
up
yeah,
like
dude, it's
that.
awesome. You can
Just
search
never-
everything.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just
that's
drag,
the
drag it
same
over?
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
literally drags over.
Okay.
It works perfectly, bro, but it should be a VST. Fuck off.
might as
Like,
well.
come on, Spice. Step it up.
Yeah. People be having issues with that too, though. You know, with like clearance and stuff. So be careful.
Yeah, that's true. I use it when I need it,
Yeah.
not all the time.
Or I use Germs. But I heard that there's a Doechii record that came out off of Splice. Damn, I can't even think
It's a
of the
couple
song.
big records off Splice.
That's
bro.
what, no, I'm saying like.
I recognize them.
I mean,
some of
there's
the
a
sample
Sabrina
stuff.
Claudio. There's like
Yeah,
Sabrina
Carpenter,
No,
yeah.
dog,
Carpenter. We got so many records off of Splice, but specifically like a good hip hop beat. I was shocked to hear that.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Usually it's like trap shit.
mhm. Right. All right, what about mixing versus mastering? This one's kind of obvious, but I feel like some people would.
Good mix over a good master.
Yeah.
From the mixtape era.
Yeah.
I'm cool as long as I can hear the vocals. I don't care if who kid's screaming in the back. I don't care if there's gunshots going on.
Yo, I do miss the Moo Kid fucking mixtapes.
People don't care about the master. I know what a good master sounds like, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
as long as they can hear the lyrics, I think about so many songs. XXX Tentacion, he didn't have the greatest mix. That was a whole SoundCloud wave of music, right? As long as you can hear it and it knocks, good mix is always going.
Cardi got the same thing. He'll
Yep.
just drop a record. You're like, damn, you just.
Cardi's crazy.
Yeah.
All his chains are in his music. They ain't
Yeah,
even,
bro. Yo, it's like he
they not
records
getting
and he's like,
nothing.
it's on the album.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck it.
I don't know what.
It'd be
man.
crazy. Like, I remember, not this one he just dropped, the project right before that. I can't remember
All
the name.
red.
Yeah, bro. It was some of the worst mixing ever on an album to
Mhm.
me. I was just like, God damn, bro, you just did the first track.
You know, 'cause
Tracking, that's it.
They be in rooms like this with 100 people
Yeah.
with the mic on, right here with the chain on, people talking. There's bottles
You know what's
clinking,
crazy, though?
chains clinking.
There'd be part of me that like it though.
No, it's an ambiance
Because it's raw. You know what I'm saying?
ambiance.
He'd be like, oh shit. And
part of the record.
it kind of proves a lot of those motherfuckers who ain't doing shit with their music, right? You'd be like, oh, I don't know about the mix there. I'm like, nigga, listen, Cardi just dropped 30 tracks. He didn't mix one.
Yeah, but on the same time, your Spotify ain't gonna play your music if it ain't mastered right? So
Right.
there's so many nasty things. While Cardi could do that, like somebody like us can't do that because like Spotify, when you send something to playlist, like their first thing gonna look at is what your DBs are, right? They can't throw your song in a playlist if it ain't mastered properly. It doesn't even the volume difference is gonna be crazy.
Especially
so like
now.
we're expected to have it right, but everybody else isn't.
Which is funny because now if you listen to your Spotify, it happened in the last year or two where they started like transitioning songs for you and shit like that too. And then they got the AI DJ who like does it for you. So that makes way more sense too because they'll be like, man, we can't give it to the AI DJ. You're garbage.
It's bad.
Yeah, like damn, AI DJ, fuck you. And I want to change the voice. I want like a Dominican guy to be my.
I agree
my
with
AI
you on that one though.
Yeah.
I forgot his DJ. I don't like the DJs.
Yeah,
voice.
DJ just be generic.
You
and
like
shit.
Samuel Jackson or something.
Yeah,
something
bro.
cool.
I was gonna say generic black dude. Swear to God,
Yeah.
because it is, and it's annoying, and I want to
Yeah.
change it. What if I want a lady? Don't be sexist.
Facts.
But all right. What about that? What did you do? Mixing
Yeah,
it?
that
I agree
you
that
win
that too.
Yeah, that
All
one
right.
was kind of a gimme.
Waffles versus pancakes.
Damn.
No French toast in there.
It's just these two. Yeah.
Think about this real quick. Deep thought. It's like waffles is fire because like
Because waffles is
because
fire,
like
I love
they
it.
could be like you can when you're in the waffle it can be crunchy too, right?
Mhm.
Like right. So like but then pancakes is fire because you have the crispy edges and the
that's
soft
true.
center.
Oh, and when it's like a very nice pancake, bro, that should just be
Um,
hitting different.
Damn, I'm gonna go with pancakes. Truthfully,
Okay.
I don't think you can really.
I actually agree with you.
I agree.
I
And
think
that was,
the way the pancake sponges the syrup is
Mm.
better than what the waffle is capable of doing.
Bro, and honestly, I just feel like when I think of like a classic photo of like a breakfast American, I just want like a stack of pancakes with some
agree with
bacon
you.
and eggs. You
I
feel me?
agree.
you got all the different kinds of pancakes. Too.
Yeah, true.
Blueberry,
Right.
Chocolate,
chocolate chip.
banana.
Dog, they got Tres
Nutella.
Leches fucking pancakes
Yo,
and shit.
I've had those.
I
before.
know, they're
Yo,
fucking crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Do you guys eat around the middle and then have like when I eat you know how the butter's in the middle? So I'll usually eat around the middle until just that last bite is there.
Oh
And
no,
just
no.
eat
I
that
mean,
butter bite.
I do. I actually cut it like little triangles.
Yo,
Oh, that's-
so I
that's
cut
cute.
mine in little squares. That's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
I cut it like straight, and then it's like a little graph.
Yeah.
And then I pour the syrup on it, so the syrup goes in between that,
Mhm.
and that's when you get all the flavor.
Oh, you cut it and then do the syrup.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Because the syrup goes into the cuts.
That's so
Bro,
fucking
I didn't even
advanced,
think
dude.
about
Listen,
that.
man.
I didn't even think about it.
It's
Because that's
chess.
kind of like when you fucking do with the waffle and you put it in each of the squares type shit.
There you go.
Okay, but you transferred
into the pancakes. I cut them hot, put the butter on top, let it
fuck
melt.
the rest of the interview. We've just discovered like this is why we brought him on here.
Yo, man.
Yo, but that's game. What about
All right.
okay, wait, random bracket. Like, what about pancakes versus French toast?
Damn, that's a tough one, man, because now French toast got egg. That's totally
true.
different, like
That is true.
consistency there, right? Damn, we doing it on brioche?
Oh, so now
I mean, I
you
think
I'm sorry, I gotta
it's all
ask this.
types. It's all types.
the best French toast you could think of
We're saying all pancakes versus all French toast.
versus the best
French toast is gonna win that.
Really?
Okay,
Yeah.
word. Yeah.
They gonna win. It's
I love
just
French toast. I don't
it's
know.
if it's on brioche, it's gonna win.
Yo, if you're ever in Watertown, go to Uncommon Grounds. They have the best French toast around.
Or
Like,
come to
you
my
gotta
house
try
the
it.
day after I get my Christmas tree because I make eggnog French toast and it's fucking.
Oh,
What?
yeah, see, that
Bananas.
sounds amazing.
Dude, that is the whitest thing you've ever said, and I want that French toast.
Hey, some of us can cook, man.
No, bro, that I know, but that
I'm
is
intrigued.
crazy. I've never.
Eggnog
You did
French
some
toast?
exotic
Yeah,
white
it's
guy
good. You
shit.
soak it in the egg. You take the baguette, French bread, you know?
Oh, you doing it on the French bread?
Yeah,
Okay,
I get that the
okay.
day before when I get the tree from the
Mm.
place with the tree at Wilson's
He buys
Farm.
a tree that's way too big, by the way. But go on.
Yeah, I got a high ceiling, so I get fucking like a
He goes
12-foot
all
tree.
out.
But take the baguette, you let it get stale, you slice it up diagonal, soak that shit in eggnog with like some sugar, a little extra sugar, maybe one egg beaten in there and make it more like French toast.
Mm.
Put it in the pan. It's usually like still a little soggy or uncooked inside, so then you got to throw it in the oven for a while.
Oh,
I mean, first of
Real
all,
maple
I've known
syrup.
you for years, and you've never told me about this, so now I feel a little offended. But like, we will continue this conversation after
Okay.
the show.
Yeah.
But like,
Alright, I got
no,
you next Christmas.
No, I got you. Okay,
Yeah.
but so I mean, I agree with his answer for pancakes.
Yeah.
I will accept the French toast just because, yo, when you have some bomb ass French toast, that is pretty goated, dog.
eat it.
All right. What about a Grammy, but you make no money on the song versus you get rich off a song, but you get no credit?
I'll take the rich. I don't even.
Yeah, that sounds a lot
Okay.
better. That's
right.
That was a alley-oop.
Grammy's a trophy,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Those things sit on the dresser.
Yeah, but it tells a lot about your
I just remember
personality,
Kanye peeing on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Remember he did that shit? He fucking put it in the toilet.
And I do remember that. But also the value of a Grammy isn't much to me. And the reason why I say that is the same reason why they are trying to fix the movie side of things. You've
Mhm.
seen like people don't even have to watch the films to vote on a
I
film.
couldn't believe that.
That's the same thing with the music already, right? So the Grammys
Yeah.
is the same thing. So why would I support something that they don't even have to listen to the project to critique it?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's kind
That
of like
has no value to me.
that's like the BMAs. I just voted with the motherfucker with the coolest name.
That sucks.
Yo,
That
I know,
sucks.
right?
That sucks.
The ones that I know,
Can
I'm
you
like,
skip on the BMAs? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
you
haven't-
can.
Okay, I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, you
I-
can skip.
You
votes,
can.
yeah.
Forgive
But
me,
I'd
guys.
be
I
like-
haven't been involved in
I'd be
that.
like, you know what?
I
I'm
appreciate the
you got a
wins.
cool name, and you know what's funny? I did that, and we actually interviewed one of the bands that I voted for because they had a cool name later on in life. It was
Fire.
Budafly.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like,
Oh, I know
oh,
that band.
I like their name. And I actually ended up liking those guys.
Yeah, I
So-
try to skip the categories. I don't.
Nah,
I
I
don't
vote
know.
coolest name. You got it. Or if you sound Dominican, I got you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's an interesting thing.
All right, let's do. So that's a thumbs up for me, by the way. With the
Yeah, you got that one.
Performing live versus studio time.
Sounds like we know this one already.
Damn, nah.
No,
There's something special about being in the studio.
I thought you
love-
said that you need that juice from being on stage.
I do, but
But he also picked
again,
producing though too.
when I'm thinking of studio, I'm thinking about the creation of a song, and like
Mhm.
that's like lightning in a bottle. Like
Mhm.
the average person wish they could see what that looks like.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
if we
yeah.
could go back and see what "Man in the Mirror" by Michael Jackson, that being created,
Right.
any of those great songs you think about, like there's no moments of it being made, right?
Yeah.
Even when we think about these Doechii records that just came out, we don't see it. Alchemist, we don't. It's rare to see him even make a beat,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
like,
Yo, facts.
I think that is way more important than the other side, truthfully.
Yeah, and if you
Mm.
see, like I went back and I was seeing like old Kanye clips in the studio. Like he was smart with that because he recorded a lot of that. You be like, you catch moments. You're like when he first showed like Jesus Walks and shit like that. You're like, yeah,
I don't ever want to see my producers produce on. Like that's why I don't do it that much.
yeah.
Like I love the fact that like Timbaland was a mystery. I hate the
Yeah.
fact that he's so accessible now, but I love the fact that he's giving back though.
Yeah, he was
But
giving a lot back. Bro.
I just don't like damn, bro. Like you're supposed to be the myth, bro.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
there
yeah,
is
yeah,
something
sure.
to the mystery, but what I definitely love, like Bro, like when you see Jay-Z first reacting to Kanye beats, you're like, yo, that shit's legend. Or like fucking Just Blaze, like that shit. Like
You're
you're
going
like,
through
yo.
the ringer over there though.
What up?
They used to make them play hella beats, have folks come in. They were going through it over there. They didn't have it easy, so
yeah. Shout out Just Blaze though.
good producer.
All right.
See, that'd have been a good one. Just Blaze and Kanye, I wouldn't have been able to.
So wait,
pick.
you said studio time. I'll give you a point for that.
Yeah, studio time.
For sure.
You can't recreate a studio moment when you make a great song, but you can recreate a great performance.
Right. Okay. Never fuck again, or never make music again.
I'm keeping music.
Become a priest.
Yeah, I mean, I truthfully, I wouldn't exist without music. It's literally my lifeline. People think I'm crazy when I say this, but like it's all I think about most of the day. Like I hear a sound. I'm listening to Wankster in the back right now. That snare is bugging me out because it's fire. And I feel like we ain't heard a snare like that in the radio in a long time. Right, so like now I'm thinking about going home to do that.
Shit, you're right.
Like I don't know. I'm always just thinking about music. It's when your sneaker squeaks funny on the ground, I start thinking about a rhythm. So I'm not thinking about sex.
Think about
much.
10 years into that though.
No, I've been making music since I'm 13. That's
I know, but 10 years into no sex.
I'm good.
Yeah, okay.
I think I'll be solid, truthfully.
Wait, but does that mean nothing? Like no third base? Nothing?
Third base. Yeah. I think
then we good.
You're celibate.
Music.
No, I'm saying you're celibate.
Oh, like nothing.
I think I'll be fine, truthfully, man.
Like I can't even get a dry hump. Like it's over.
Celibate. That's
damn.
Like,
well, yeah, but the Mormons be
celibacy.
shaking the bed and shit. And
That's true. They do soak.
They soak? Can we soak?
No soaking. No soaking.
No soaking. All right, no soaking, bro. All right, me.
Nah, I'm still gonna ride with music, truthfully, man.
Oh wow.
Like, I don't have I mean, at the end of the day, you have to pick things that make you happy, and that's just a temporary feeling, man. Like I can't replicate what I get with music.
That means that you wouldn't have any more relationships, probably though.
I'm cool with that too.
Die alone.
I'm cool with that too.
Okay.
You put me on a little island with my setup.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Do you have kids?
No.
So no kids ever?
No. As long as I can make my food and I can make beats and make music, I'll be okay.
Dedicated.
Like the Pope.
Right.
Just on some music shit.
Right. Little twin bed.
Nah, I don't know about that.
You see, they took him down the street in back of a pickup truck.
I don't like the tour they put the Pope's body on every time the Pope passed away. I don't like that, but other than that,
yeah, it's a weird thing. It supposed to like you're kind of immortalizing him in a lot of ways.
I get
it why they do it, but I also agree with you.
I'm hoping that they get the black cardinal. I'm hate to be random as fuck.
Honestly,
I hate to be random as fuck today, but
I don't think. Yeah, at least give us a Dominican cardinal.
No, there's a brother. There's a brother that's cardinal.
I know, but maybe we need like a little bridge before.
Nah, we got to get him in, bro. He was tight, bro. There you go. There go my man's right there, my man. We gonna get him in, bro.
Wait, let me. Hold on.
We getting him in. When the smoke come up, you ever seen him go for the Pope?
Wait, there's a
when
Chinese
the smoke come up,
too?
I want him to be there. I want his face to be there, bro.
Yo, but is Kendrick gonna be at the Pope ceremony and performing though?
If he's there, I bet you it's not enough.
This an Asian motherfucker, right? Yo, this an Asian motherfucker too.
Nah, that's my man's, bro. I've known about him for a minute. Peter
See, I didn't even know, bro.
Bro,
now I'm hip.
They played him the last go round, bro.
Oh, okay.
They played him the last go round. Trust me.
Okay, so I think my man's might got it though. Is it versus this guy? Yao Ming's cousin shit?
Nah, they run a whole situation.
Okay, yo, it's them.
It's just them two?
Yo, can we have like a celebrity boxing match?
Jesus.
Yo, this joint's crazy, bro. Like this, like the NBA draft, bro. This just so crazy.
No, I know.
Bro.
I've seen I got obsessed with the Borgias and shit. So I would watch how they voted for the Pope and all that, and the bribing on that goes on and the corruption. They'd be like, you're supposed to be celibate. Niggas had like 3 families, bro.
Oh man, it'd be like that.
Yeah, they might have been Dominican.
All right. I'll give you a point for that dedication to music. That's a tough one for me to give you the score for, but
Peter Turkson, that's a legend right
Peter
there.
Terps? Yo, I'm gonna call him Peter Terps.
What? From Ghana?
Peter Terps
African
from Ghana.
man.
Oh, shout out to him.
Mm-hmm.
Putting Ghana on the map. Let's get it.
We need a gun.
All right, we got 2 more here. Go ahead, Jero.
All right, bet. We got never losing all of your old sessions versus never saving new ones again.
Ooh. I'm cool with losing my old sessions.
Yeah. That makes sense to me.
I'm cool with that.
Because like, how could that would drive you insane to never be able to save it?
Yeah.
That reminds me of like when there's a story when Metro did a session with Future. I think he made like a whole tape, and that got corrupted. He's like, oh, whatever, making new ones. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like the abundance.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm always gonna make some new shit. You know what I'm saying?
You are. That's
Yeah.
the truth. As a creator,
Yeah.
you always gonna create, but sometimes them old things that get you paid, man.
No, facts. I'm not saying that would suck, bro.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it's like,
I would rather keep creating them.
and as somebody who's lost old sessions, you can still make shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ever think about those sessions?
Oh, a lot. Yeah.
Okay. This one
Yeah, I
makes sure.
do.
It's PTSD myself.
Yeah, there's a
yeah,
beat
yeah.
or two from like years ago that I'm like, I remember how it goes. I wish, but I just can't remake it. You know,
Bro, there was
literally,
it was like last year I had a beat that I made like fucking 5 years ago that somebody was like, yo, remember this beat you had sent me? I wanted to. I'm like, nigga, I don't got them stems. I lost that shit.
You don't need stems in the industry anyway.
Yeah, facts.
All right, you got a perfect score so far.
Let's
Latrell.
go. Let's
It's all
feel.
down to the last
I'm
question.
about to fuck it up right now.
And after this conversation, I think I know how you're going to answer it, but let's find out. You can make a hit or you can make a classic.
I know too much of the industry now. I know way too much now. What is a classic? And does that come with accolades?
I mean, of course,
And does those accolades come with enough money to sustain you?
I think it depends. So like when
Not
I hear
as much.
when I think of a classic, bro, like I'll hear the beat coming on and it's like 20 years later, niggas is still rocking it with it. You know what I'm saying? Like when Still Dre comes on, it's like, all right, we know this song. You know the
That's
beat
a hit
immediately.
though.
That's a hit.
But
I-
it's a classic too.
That's
Yeah,
a hit.
but
What are we
like-
talking about? That's it.
So-
It's been over 20 years.
So I
since
think
that
about
came
like a
out.
Yeah.
classic hip hop album is like Mad Villainy, right? With no commercial success,
Okay.
right?
like
And
Camp Lo Lucchini
Yeah.
is a classic.
But
it was
again,
never a big hit.
we're saying, are we saying that a classic means it doesn't have any commercial success in this scenario? Because to me, that's like in music, that's the opposite, right? Because like if you have a classic, that's even more success to me. Like because we were just talking about Illmatic,
it wasn't really commercially successful though.
but he's still
Out the gate.
eating off that. He's still eating. He's making a whole fucking tour on that shit. I don't know. I'm arguing for it.
I don't know, man. What I know about publishing on a hit record, what I know what you will receive on publishing for a hit record versus just having a great classic album and what you could do with that publishing, I might end up choosing the hit record.
Really?
Because yeah, I mean, you can go sign a pub deal after a hit record. Probably get yourself a $9 million plus.
What if it's really like just that one hit wonder?
I mean,
Nothing
Mark
else really
Morrison's
happens.
Return of the Mac, because I don't know what the royalty retention on that is, but it's
Yeah.
out of control at this point, and that's his lone hit.
Mhm.
So like that's what I think about. How many people have sampled it? Like that's what it comes down to, right? Like you make a hit, it's gonna be regurgitated, used over and over and over again. Isley Brothers,
Oh my god!
Between the Sheets, right? We got all those records. Biggie's used them. Like Dilla's used the drum break. Everybody, I would rather have the hit record, truthfully, because
I'd
it's
rather make a hit. It impacts more people.
I agree.
I go with classic on that one, but it's all good. I get that point, so you still get that point.
Yeah. I fuck with that.
Latrell James, you scored a perfect score
That's what we
in the
do
game of the
here.
week.
We do that.
Music Vinny. There we go. Good job. Good job. Now, this was fun, man.
Let's do it.
Make sure you guys check out Latrell's latest release, which is vinyl only.
Yeah, me and my boy Durkin, we put out a song called Get It, Got It Good, GGG. It's on vinyl, 7-inch vinyl only. Go to one of our pages. You'll see it there.
Yeah. And if you're going to Boston Colin, be there Friday night. Is it on the Boston stage?
Yeah, I'm on Yellow Stage. I'm headlining Yellow Stage. They
Okay.
let me close it out for the night. So
Sick.
it should be
7:30.
7:30. And then go come watch T-Pain with me right afterwards.
Yeah, you might catch me at the Artist Lounge too. So
Yeah. I
yeah,
think we're gonna be hanging back there.
Yeah,
hopefully.
that's the best place to be at during that time anyway.
facts.
Dude.
So we can
All right,
smoke
bro.
weed.
Good shit. Thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Love.
Peace.
I walked into the venue like I'm D-La Brown, about to get a people's brow, peep the styles going down. Table chairs and ladders matching, Dudley in his habitat. The grannies getting cracked. crack a lacking. You ain't gotta ask what's happening. Shades on, leather on, hitman is so calm. This fake shit gone real, it's bro gone. Things I'm trying to prolong, good health and so on. And if you didn't know, I strike a pose with my road dog. So far, I've been Mr. Perfect with the flow, y'all. You wrestle with your pride, you on the edge to spare a phone call. I throw you out there, ring you like it's Royal Rumble. A cage match in the middle of the summer. I'm to the ring in the Hummer. The #1 stunner, a cold motherfucker. Boss man